What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video, and I'm back again in Journal Square in Jersey City. I made a video there like a few years ago and it did pretty well, so I'm here for an update video to see what's going on. I walk around a little bit and so far I see a lot of developments going on. Like the last time I came here, it was just two first skyscrapers, but now they're popping up another one there. Then they got another one in the back. This is by the Journal Square train station, and then the train station is over there. So we're gonna walk around to see what's going on in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna take you guys with me, so join me. So this over here, Summit Avenue, and there's a lot of traffic jam. Over there across the street, you can see New York City skyline from a distance. And then motor vehicle, Jersey City is not far from here. But I'm gonna walk over here around this plaza to show you the high-rise buildings. This is a neighborhood that's developing pretty fast. It's a hot spot, especially from people that live in New York City. They want to live around here because of the distance it is from New York City. You know, it has a train station, and then within 275 you take, if you're going downtown, probably like a 10-minute commute. If you go midtown, 15-20 minutes. You see the high-rise buildings, super tall. That's crazy. You would expect to see like tall buildings by Newport, even Exchange Place, but now they're making their way over here by the central part of Jersey City by Journal Square. Path train station is over there. This is a nice street mural over here. It has the Path train, some history in it. Then over there they're popping up another development going on. So and this is Magnolia Avenue over here with Dunkin' Donuts. And I'll show you the plaza. So it's been a few years, because I think last time I came here, I don't remember seeing like this little plaza ahead of me by the station, but they developed like the entrance over here. And then they got the high-rise buildings over there. And then if you go over that way, it connects you with the Path train station. But yeah, this is how it costs the rent to go up pretty high in this neighborhood. Like I say, it's happening all over New York City and North Jersey, which is crazy. Like I say, there are cons and pros with that. I guess the pros is like, you know, it makes the neighborhood better, but then the cons is, you know, it pushes people who live in the neighborhood for a lot of generations. But yeah, this building are just massive, and it's crazy how fast they're rising up this building, and this is just the beginning, I guess. Like I say, this building over here, last time I came out, I remember seeing it. And then I was walking around a couple of blocks, and a lot of streets, they have like brand new developments, so I'm gonna show you. Now I'm just gonna walk back and start making my way around the neighborhood. Like I'm already a little more familiar than the last time I came. I'm gonna pass straight over and do a detour in a couple of streets so you can see what's happening between the old apartments and the newer apartments, and then I'll probably turn back and show you the other side. Above this bridge is a Path train. It takes you to Newark, and then it takes you on the other side to New York City. And then there's like development after development over here. Then over here is where it gets crazy by 6th Avenue. You see what they're rising up here, high-rise buildings. Say City of Jersey City over here. Then I don't remember the last time I came here seeing this, but their building is building pretty fast. And I'm gonna assume that a lot of the older buildings are gonna be tore down, then it's just gonna be a lot of brand new buildings. So you can see literally all over Jersey City is developing. So I made a little detour over here, one of these tiny streets. This is High Street, which is like a regular small street, but you can see how they develop here. It's a new building, and they got a beautiful street art. Then you can see some of the original old buildings over here. You know, most of the apartments or buildings in Journal Square, they're like this, you know, like old buildings, but then I guess like little by little they're starting to change that. While you walk over here, this is what you see. Brand new high-rise condos. So it seems like this part over here is more developed than the other side. Like if you go by Broadway, they still got some buildings that are a little bit run down, but this one over here is pretty nice. So I'm gonna walk and just cross the street to show you this side over here. Pretty nice. And it goes all the way at the end to Baldwin Avenue. It's like literally if you're walking in a puzzle or square. And it connects with another street over that way. But yeah, pretty nice. So I'm gonna turn back and show you the other street. The other street that I want to show you guys is Newark Street. which is a tiny street too, but it got some older buildings, but then they're popping up like new high-rise buildings. I'm showing you the newer side, and then I'm gonna make my way by Kennedy Boulevard, Bergen Avenue, which it goes all the way to McGinley and other parts of Jersey City. And over here, I'm making it to another tiny street, which is called Newark Street. Not much happening over here, but when I walk like a block further, you're gonna start seeing some interesting things. But you can see it's empty here. I guess they're gonna develop something. It's literally crazy, a development that's going on in this neighborhood. Then you see the old apartments, but then within a block down, it's a new building, and then they got a street mural going on. So you're gonna see what's happening. And here's another new development going on. And it's a tiny street with its old apartments. Believe it or not, I checked some of the apartments over here. I guess they develop it in the inside, but not in the outside. And then here, you guys know that I'm a fan of street art, so you got one, you know, once you're in the Northeast, you'll see it all over. And then they got like this tall skyscraper over here. The last time I walked here, they were building this building, but I guess they finished it. So it's crazy how they pop up these buildings over here. But there's not much happening over here. Wow, look at this car, just turning back. Then you see the tallest buildings in Journal Square over that way. So I guess if you're lost, you're trying to figure, okay, which way should I go to Journal Square? I guess you just gotta look around, and once you see those tall, brand new massive skyscrapers, that's how you know, okay, that way I should go to Journal Square. But yeah, also another thing I like about this neighborhood is that it's super diverse. Like people from all nationalities, background live over here. Kind of like Queens, New York, but they have it here. Because Jersey City is one of the most diverse places in the United States too, after Queens. So I think that's something that's pretty cool and pretty interesting. So here you got another building that's new, and then this one over here, they're just popping it up. I'm just wondering, like, I know I see this all over New York City and some parts of Jersey, but I wonder if this is like the fastest growing neighborhood around the tri-state. Because it's kind of like a hot spot, you know, a lot of people want to live around here, and they're developing it pretty crazy. But I'm just gonna start walking Bergen Avenue, some historic sites of Jersey City. There's a lot of history in this city. And this over here is Bergen Avenue, and this street will take you all the way to McGinley Square, which I made a video over there a couple of months ago. And we walk over here, and it's bike lane friendly. You can ride your bike over here. It's probably the main street around here. They got this, and they got JFK Boulevard that goes all the way to Bayonne. It goes all the way to other parts of Hudson County, like West New York, Union City, you know, North Bergen. But yeah, here you will find a little bit of everything, like stores, some restaurants, halal food, because there's like a high Arab community over here, you know, Muslims. So like I say, it's a bit of everything. You'll see Filipinos, Indians, Muslim, Latino, you know, a little bit of everything. And then across the street, there's a couple of business, and it's written in Arab, but in the bottom it says Food Mart. There's a supermarket over there. Busy intersection. Academy Street right here. And there's a plaza over here. And then I was showing you like the newer part, but I'm gonna make my way to the other part to show you some of the old apartment buildings and historic buildings, which is pretty nice, especially by Van Rapen Street. I think it's a nice street that you guys are gonna like. Then over here keeps going, Capital One. I think there used to be a newspaper called New Jersey Journal, something like that. So it usually comes from here, so that's why the neighborhood is called Journal Square. And I like when I walk here and I see people from all nationalities walking in the same street. But we're gonna make it ahead, and then I'll merge to Kennedy Boulevard to show you what's going on over there. This is like the busiest intersection in Journal Square. Sip Avenue right here. Then this used to be a plaza. I'm not sure they're gonna raise a skyscraper or develop like the plaza. Then Kennedy Boulevard is over that way, I think. Actually, my bad. Kennedy Boulevard is over this way. I was just Sip Avenue, and then you see like the tallest building in Journal Square. So let's walk forward. This over here is Kennedy Boulevard, and across the street you see Lowe's Theater, which is like an historic landmark in this neighborhood. We walk. Then over there it's pretty busy. I'm gonna walk there in a bit, but I'm gonna show you more what's happening over here. The modern meets with the old architecture. It's pretty interesting. And this over here is Lowe's Theater. Yeah, I like the architecture. But I was seeing some renderings. I think they're gonna, well, this place is CH Martin. I don't know if they're gonna tear it down. They're gonna pop out like a new condo right next to that one. So you can tell that little by little everything is changing. And then this is a Journal Square Plaza where you can catch a pet train. They actually have like a Jollibee over here. You walk over this side, and there are some new buildings back there. And this is the entrance to the train station, PATH train. Looks like nothing, but you just got to go deep and go underground, and there you catch a PATH train, either to Newark, New Jersey, or Lower Manhattan, or Midtown Manhattan. To give you an insight of PATH train station, it's pretty busy today. There's a lot of construction going on, and people walking over here. The landmark, but yeah, pretty interesting neighborhood. So now I'm just gonna cross the street and walk a little bit by Kennedy Boulevard, and then I'm gonna cross to Van Rapen to show you the nice old side and the nice architecture over that way. Another cool thing about this neighborhood, they have by Newark Avenue, Little India. Then if you go on the other side, it's Little Manila, like the Filipino side. Then on the other side is like the Indian side, which I was covering my other video, but maybe I'll go back again to see what's going on and do like a little update on what's happening over there. But that's another beautiful thing about this neighborhood. So it's like each section you go is like different from another section of this neighborhood. So now I'm gonna make my right, and it'll be Kennedy Boulevard. This is where all the shopping district of Journal Square is, like all the stores, a couple of furniture shops, dollar stores. Also you'll see a couple of fast food chains. And in the nighttime it's nice here because there's lights, they light up the whole street. So it's like a different vibe when you walk in the nighttime and in the daytime. But yeah, like every city around this area, they have their own main street. And this is probably like the main street in Journal Square, Bergen Avenue and JFK Boulevard. So now I'm just gonna try to make it a Van Rapen to show you what's going on over there. Like I say, a lot of furniture stores over here. And they got a falafel joint. Now, I think one thing I don't like about this neighborhood is like the food options is limited. They do have, but it's pretty much similar, either Middle Eastern food and then a lot of options that I think they're not like really healthy, like fried food. Like other neighborhoods, like the one I live, it has different types of options. So if you're in the mood for something else every day, you can try something different. But over here, like I say, it's changing. Maybe throughout the years they're gonna do something about it and have more options of food. Then I'm in Van Rapen Street, and over here, one thing that's pretty interesting is that they have a diner. I think it's the only diner you're gonna see in Journal Square, but because of the lights, the sunset falling down, you can't really see it. But I'm gonna see if I cross the street and show you in the front. So this spot is called VIP Diner. And you guys know, I said it before, it's actually a better view, I think. As you guys know, like I said it before, in New Jersey, it's a state that has the most diner. Like a lot of towns, almost every town has diner. Then if you're in big cities, you'll see diners all over. And then that's one of the diners in Jersey City. Also Newark has a good diner by where I live, but also if you go to like around East Newark, which is a small town which is roughly about 8 blocks long. They got one of the best diners in New Jersey called Top's Diner, of the blue and the purple color. And then if you walk here is where you're gonna see the older part and like the nice residential apartment complex in the street. You gotta check out the entrance. This is Van Rapen. So this side is different than where I started my walk. It's not as developed as the other side, so I guess they're working on the area by the train station to develop it. And then over here keeps the old prehistoric district, and then you see Van Rapen right here in the street. And then you got this beautiful apartments over here. So I do like the architecture. I like the entrance of this buildings. It reminds me of the buildings you see in Queens and Brooklyn. This one's nice too. Look at the entrance, it looks like a palace. Looks like a palace, you know, this is like a different side of the other place I started. Like the older part, old architecture over here, you know. But yeah, I think it's pretty beautiful. Then it keeps going a little forward, so I'll probably do one more block, and then I'm gonna turn back and walk the other side to show you what's going on. Yeah, you got some beautiful houses over here, and then you got like more apartment complex over here. Pretty nice. Last week I saw a couple of apartments in this building over here. It's pretty nice in the inside. It looks old on the outside, but in the inside it's pretty nice. Like they renovated. And it's only like a couple of blocks from the train station. So it makes it pretty convenient. But now I'm gonna turn back and probably go to Newark Avenue, walk a couple of blocks down, and then I'm probably gonna end up in Little India and wrap up the video over there. And I gotta say, spring is around the corner. The weather's just gorgeous. And I really love when the weather's nice and going out and filming. It just gives you like a better vibe. It makes you like happier, you know. And what better than exploring an amazing neighborhood like Journal Square in Jersey City. This over here is Newark Avenue. They got a couple of apartment complexes over here. They even got a hotel in the street over here. Like you would never imagine that in a regular street like this. They have one, but they have a Ramada Hotel by Wyndham, which I'm gonna pass by it. And then this area is like in the hills, so if you live around here, if you walk around here, you can do like a lot of cardios. And like I say, this is like the older part of Journal Square. And this is the hotel right here. Ramada by Wyndham. Wyndham. But yeah, now I'm probably gonna make a detour in one of the streets that goes downhill and show you what's going on. Nothing crazy, but just so you can see the difference of where I started my block. And then I end up walking around here. Then now I'm going down the hill. It's crazy, like it goes all the way down. And then over here, most of the buildings are like old, but this will take you to the highway. I think it's 440. And then you can connect with the Pulaski Skyway, which is a bridge that is roughly like 2 miles long. And it connects Jersey City with Newark, New Jersey. Over here, nothing special, but you got some houses. Then it says condos for sale. It says condos, but honestly, those buildings, they look pretty old. So I don't know if they renovated in the inside. This is Bergen Avenue. I feel like the buildings over here, it has like cool old architecture, but I feel like they need to develop it a little bit more. And I gotta walk Broadway. I see an apartment complex they're building ahead. And also I saw some of the apartments. I think it was this one, 130. They had like a studio, but they rented out. And I'm gonna go to Broadway. Then I think if I do a block down, there should be a bridge that passes over the PATH train. And that should be in Little India. And over there from a distance, they have, not sure if it's like a temple. They call it like Gurudwara, like an Indian temple or church. Because when I pass the PATH train, it usually passes by. It usually passes right next to it. And in the nighttime, it's beautiful, like the lights and everything. This over here is Broadway. So I'm thinking a block down to my left, there should be like a little bridge that connect me with Newark Avenue. And it's like the main strip of Little India. There's actually a pedestrian bridge behind me, but because they're doing construction, it's closed, so I can't cross that bridge and be in the other side. So I think I'm just gonna go around, which I don't mind because, you know, I love walking, and that way I get a better feel of the neighborhood. I don't think I've been in this side yet. I'll probably pass by a car, but it's good to see it on foot. It's like a different vibe. And I'm back in Newark. I'm actually passing the bridge. Under the bridge is the PATH train tracks. And then ahead of me is Newark Avenue, which I'm gonna make a right, and you should start seeing all the business going on, all the Indian restaurants, jewelry store, kind of resembles a little bit 74th Street and Jackson Heights. Whoa, noisy. But this is the New Jersey version, so let's see what's going on. And here it is, Newark Avenue. Wow, a lot of good food options over here. It's not busy today. A lot of times when I come here, it gets busy. And in November, when it's Diwali, I think they shut down the street and they celebrate the activity over here. Then they got like supermarkets. I see also like a lot of biryani restaurants. There's another one too. The food. And like I tell you, this is like a different neighborhood from the one that I started. This is where you see the diversity. Jewelry store all together. More restaurant over here, Diamond District. There's even a building that has the colors of the Indian flag. And as we walk here, I can smell the restaurants. It smells pretty good. So you can see it's a pretty cool street, but I gotta say the one in Jackson Heights is more crowded, more people over there. But this one could be more like easier to get around, like more organized. We got more over that way. So it seems like they're starting to develop some areas too. Here across the street they got Patel Brothers, which is like an Indian or South Asian supermarket, which you'll see it in other neighborhoods. Like in Queens, I think in Edison they might have it too. Also like a lot of vegan options if you're a vegetarian. Got a sugarcane shop over here, which is pretty sweet. Kebab joint. Then we're going up the hill. And if you go forward, there's a couple of Filipino spots, so they call it also like Little Manila. But so far today is not busy. I guess when the weather gets nice, it's crowded and more people hanging out over here. But yeah, I don't live far from here, but it's like another world from where I live. But yeah, Donald Square is pretty amazing. JFK over here takes you to the PATH train. Then we keep going through Newark Avenue. Gonna see what's happening a little forward, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up the video. We're here to developing more buildings with the two giant skyscrapers in the back. I figured because with Summit Avenue. Well, there's a parking spot in there. The high-rise buildings. And then over here is where they call it Little Manila, but there's only like a couple of Filipino joints over here. We got one restaurant over here that's Filipino. There you got a lechon. It is a traditional dish over there. The Matt's is actually like a restaurant or a fast food chain in the Philippines, cuisine of the Philippines. So we went from Little India to Philippines right now. And this store is closed, but it used to be like a Filipino shop. And they got Summit Avenue. If you make a left, you will cross the street and you're gonna be in another cool neighborhood called Jersey City Heights, which is nice. Then over here we got a dessert spot called Red Ribbon. He's selling some snacks, some cakes, ube. You know, I'm a fan of ube. Maybe I'll get a dessert. And then Newark Avenue merges and it keeps going over that way. So I continue walking in Newark Avenue, and I'm walking ahead because I don't know what they're building here. I'm not sure if it's an apartment building, but it's like a really massive long structure that I'm gonna show you ahead of me. So this is the other side of Newark Avenue. You can see the buildings are there, but it needs a better touch up. A lot of the business over here, they're shut down. Like I say, with all the skyscrapers that are popping up, who knows, maybe in the future they might start developing it. And maybe they will open like more shops. Probably gonna look like another one, probably gonna look like downtown Jersey City by Grove Street. So who knows, but this is the structure that I wanna show you guys. I'm not sure if this is like an apartment building or what you say it's terminal over there. This is just literally massive. It keeps going all the way on the other side. So it's really caught my attention. Well, I just Googled it. It's actually gonna be like a justice complex. So I guess it's like a court center, like a courthouse, a brand new building that they're building up. Because I know the courthouse is like a block over that way, so I'm not sure if they're gonna move it in that giant building behind me. And then over here you see like this tall, massive skyscrapers happening over here, just crazy. So as you guys know, I was in the Philippines last month for almost a whole month. And I kind of missed it, so I passed the Red Ribbon, and I don't know, I'm tempted to buy probably a couple of desserts to have at home, and that way I'll have a lot of instant coffee that I brought from the Philippines over here. So having one of those desserts with coffee, I think it's gonna be pretty good. So I'll probably get the ube. I'm a fan of ube. So I think I'm gonna pop in there, buy 1 or 2 pastries, and then just keep it up and wrap up the video. So I just bought it here. Ube, and then this one is ube ensaimada, which are pretty good. Really love ube. Red Ribbon is pretty good. And it will go even better with the coffee. So now I got something to snack on when I get home. So I'm back again on Summit Avenue on the other side. but I'll probably heading towards near the train station, and then I'll wrap up the video as being an amazing day exploring Journal Square in Jersey City. I think it's an upcoming neighborhood that is developing pretty fast, so I'd rather do an update in probably 2 more years to see how far the neighborhood has come. Before I end, I made a detour to show you how funny and crazy this looks. Like you see like the little old apartment buildings, but then in the back they literally pop up the tall skyscrapers. So I'm not sure if this apartments are still going to be here, or throughout the years they're probably going to change it. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer to see what's going on ahead, but this is just insanity. Wow. Popping up all of these high-rise buildings. I don't know, it just never ceases to amaze me, but yeah. I think that's about it, and then once you go to the other side is where the train station is. And this is the back part of what I was showing you. You see how they pop up the new development over there. Then here, the mass skyscrapers, it makes you feel like you're in New York. Mini New York. But there goes the Jersey Transit, so you know you're in Jersey. The courthouse is over that way at the end. And then you walk through here, and they'll take you to the back side of the PATH train station. So that was the end of my video exploring Journal Square here in Jersey City. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.